folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. Yellow. Get the ball. Hey, come on now.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Mike's 50. Hey, pick your game up.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. A little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
Mahomes now to throw. Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Yellow. White. It's out of time. It's out of time. Slam. Check nine.
Now Leonard Fournette. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
You can't block me. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Fournette running out of the gun. He was able to pick up 6 yards there, so that leaves him with a 3rd and 13.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. It's caught inside the 25. That one goes for 30 yards.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan today, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On the draw, this is Fournette. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mahomes got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point put through by Succop, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Yo, Cheetah. Here we go. Hey. 2-2 bomber. Go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack.
On the ready.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now back to throw. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
Ready.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's go.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. On the tackle that time, Shelby Harris.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the slant. Watch the 61. Max, ready.
From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
Ready.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
They'll look to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And this ball's going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. Would be ideal.
Olivier Vernon able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. On second down, here's Fournette. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. A pickup of 7 there, but they'll still have 12 yards to go on third down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. Room past the 20. Funchess has it complete. And all the way up to the 31-yard line. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion.
And the Ravens first down.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ravens 7, Browns nothing.
Mahomes will bring him up first and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
Motion, motion, motion. 15, 15. Easy. Check 55, Mike. I got you.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a first and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
A shotgun give to Fournette. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Fournette running right. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
He's going to let this go for the end zone, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The Browns drive about to get started. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They run. Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
At the 43-yard line.
Yellow. I'm the little lady.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Shaquille Barrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Here we go. Check it back. General. Flash. Slam, slam, slam.
Now Mahomes. And he's going to go down again. Shaquille Barrett able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. Now here's Mahomes. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Olivier Vernon getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
Tag dog, tag dog, tag dog. Check 31, check 31, check 3, check 3.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
You got nothing today. You got nothing.
They'll throw out wide, complete to Sanders. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
He wasn't ready.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go. Check him out. Check the clock. Check the clock. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle.
Here's Mahomes to throw. It's caught by Funchess. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Hey, Sunday. 55, 55. Charlie. All day, dog. Back.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Flush to his right. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here we go again. 15. Catch it.
Fournette, a first down carry. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Pad on these two. Hey, Ridley. Big stop.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes to the goal line, but it's incomplete. No gain on the dump-off. It's 2nd down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
This is Fournette. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. That's out to his running back, Fournette. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that'll push the lead up to 13-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
That's fielded in the end zone. Fighting through, and he's got space.
Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Browns drive about to get started. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the play. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here I come.
They're going to look to throw. And this is going to be hauled in. Oh, what a catch at the 10. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They're looking at a first and goal from about the 9. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
They'll look to throw. He's got Smith here. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be a third and about 13.
Ready. 18 Gators. 59. Mike to 59. Here we go.
They'll set up to throw. And Diggs has it. And boy, he is very close. Close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
A gain of 13 on the play. It's 4th down.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Fournette on the counter. And an alley to run. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Again, it's Cook. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
They go play action here on 1st down. Complete. Smith has it. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 6. It's caught. Smith. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 30.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now back to throw. And this is Cook with a grab. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it's a 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Field goal forthcoming for Stephen Hauschka. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And Hauschka's kick is good. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Check 55.
Mahomes now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Slam, slam.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And the pressure gets to him again. Bo Allen. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now a run with Cook. He's got the first down and more past midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
Let's go.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. And some room to work. A gain of 37.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Dalvin Cook, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Hauschka adds the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Hey, 43, 43, 15. I got you, punk. Mike 55, Mike 55. Switch up, switch up. Mike 55.
Mahomes will try again on second down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They'll come out throwing here on first down. That'll be complete to Cook. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On the carry, it's Cook. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up the first down, keep the sticks moving.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. Second and 5. Open man is born. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 39. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll be a second and long.
Go, go, go.
Second and long. It's complete to Diggs. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 21. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it. So it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Back to throw here. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Jonathan Hankins.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Hauschka's kick is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the fourth.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Tighten up, tighten up. Joker. Hey.
Throwing on second down, Mahomes. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They run it again with Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
61, match box, snap.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. And Hauschka's kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they've managed the clock exactly right.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Bo Allen in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Back to throw. He finds Roberts, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A first down and then some, 36 yards. They'll look to throw, escaping the pressure right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Nice solid game there, partner, but the clock is starting to become his enemy.
Absolutely, every second right now, more and more precious as it ticks. Four receivers in the formation here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 3. Down Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out.